Okay.
Hi, everybody in video and radio land. Uh, we want to welcome you to Top Talk with Miss Independence. Brand new show, and I'm pretty excited about it and want to get as many of the listening audience involved as we can. Anyone is welcome to call in with questions or comments. And we definitely welcome you to give us any show ideas you may have, or if you'd like to be a guest on our radio show, to contact us at flinttalkradio.com. Now, I want to start off this talk with a question, and I'm wondering how many viewers or listeners would agree that Flint needs a new industry. All right. And we need it now.
That's right.
We need change now, I believe, if we don't want to lose any more of our valued residents or businesses, whether it be mom or pop businesses or franchises or corporations. Our students, our educators, our ministers, missionaries, entrepreneurs, professionals in all industries, small business owners, laborers, independent contractors, our investors, skills trade or journeymen, service industry workers, politicians, our community organizers, entertainers, our volunteers, our athletes, our leaders, artists, our gifted and talented, the homemakers, care providers for our elderly and our children, our inventors, and our home business owners. I have a question in addition to that. What if you were given the opportunity, no matter which of these categories you fell into, that you had an equal opportunity to make as much money as you wanted, and you could help as many people as you possibly could while you're incorporating the efforts of others to improve the overall quality of life for everybody that you touch, and have a whole lot of fun doing it? Does that sound like something y'all like to do?
I think everybody would be ready for that.
All right. Well, we're presenting this opportunity today, and we need to take a very serious look, I think, at the health and wellness industry.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This industry, if you want to find out how you can become involved in it, to get yourself positioned to make a whole lot of serious money, because this industry is currently generating over $400 billion a year. And the economists have predicted by 2010, it's going to be $1 trillion a year. And that's not too far off.
Yeah, wow.
That's some cake.
Yeah.
And because it's going to be at least $1 trillion a year industry, Flint needs this opportunity. What do you think?
Most definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
New industry.
Okay, this is a serious and a viable industry and a serious and viable opportunity. We don't want you to miss out on it. So we want you to get the information. Okay, you're saying, okay, how do I get the information? I'm hearing you ramble on about, this new industry for Flint, health and wellness. And okay, tonight, Monday night, the 1st of December, and every other consecutive Monday and Tuesday night, there's going to be a live conference call hosted by top producing team Top Gun. Brushing shoulders with greatness on this call. There are multimillionaires who have started from all walks of life. But if you call the number 646-519-5860 and you enter the PIN number of 0558 pound, you have to enter the PIN number, and that's going to be at 11 p.m. Again, the number 646-519-5860, PIN number 0558 pound. We're sharing this information tonight on a live conference call. It's hosted again by top producing team Top Gun. And together, the acronym, the Top Gun really means together overcoming a poverty mindset while getting unlimited income now. And you're probably wondering, well, what does this have to do with me? I mean, I hear you talking and it sounds all right, but, well, Top Gun's vision is to create at least 500 millionaires within the next couple of years. And unless you get the information, you can't even begin to think about qualifying for it. They're pushing out 2 to 3 a year right now. So even if you don't hit that millionaire mark that first time around, you 100,000aires, 10,000aires, thousandaires. I mean, whatever you got, get in where you fit in. So
I mean, I think I might be wanting to be a millionaire.
all right. Well, that's what we want to hear. We got a top producing team that the founder, regular guy, he did all the right things, went to school, got good grades, perfect attendance, and went to the military and got out and got I believe he ended up getting a nuclear engineering degree and ended up working at FedEx. So after that, he decided, hey, I don't think this quadrant is really set up for me to build wealth. And so he came up with the team Top Gun. And what we're doing is the health and wellness industry is, it covers a lot of things. And I know I'd be a lot more healthy and feel a lot more well in every area of my life if my money was right. So,
True that.
I think it changes the dynamics in everybody's situation. And because he started off doing that with a passion to help other people. And it's not just about, big I's and little me's and little U's and, so everybody, definitely this opportunity is probably not for everybody, but anybody can do this. And so we would definitely like you to get that information tonight. And there also is a major event being held in Detroit on the 7th. For you can brush shoulders with top producers and multimillionaires who are looking to recruit serious people into which they can invest their invaluable information and time. So this exciting event is free. If you give greeters my name and reference number, I am Charlotte Mance, and my reference number is 248-4527. If you're interested in going to this event or additional information, you can email me at charlie@tni.com. That's spelled CHARLIE, the letter D, at TNI.com. And if you're not able to get on live with us Monday or Tuesday, or to attend the event for any reason, there's a 24-hour briefing call that kind of tells you about the company and everything. And that number is 212-990-6111. And that's, like I said, 24 hours a day. There's a pre-recorded brief overview. And there's also an available conference that I've done, my own personal conference call, that I've done a presentation. Call and tell me what you think. And that's going to be every night at 10 p.m. Everybody has things to do during the day, so I try to make sure everyone's covered. It's late because I have a family too, so I like using my free minutes on my cell phone. So after 9 and then after kids are in bed, so 10 o'clock it was my time choice. And my live, it's not live anymore, but my presentation conference call number is 712-432-1695. And once you get into that number, you're going to have to put in a PIN also for that. And it is 909015 and then pound. Now, I'm going to Las Vegas, God willing, February 23rd through 27th. There's an international event being held by our company. And it's going to be at the MGM Grand. And I want everybody to go with me. I definitely was asking you to go along and you to go along. And they do everything 5-star, first class. Like I said, it's an international event. So if anyone's interested in going with us and they want to register, they can text the word Las Vegas to 734-389-4903. And we're just asking that everybody out here that's listening to us, that you would please continue to support our city's local businesses that are providing products and services and employ the citizens of our community. It's very important that you do that. You know, we're only as strong as our weakest link. So, want to keep things, the currency, moving within the city so that we can continue to grow. And for a chance to win, and we're going to do a little table talk here, a brand new car or a laptop. Text me at 734-389-4903 and enter the word win. And we'll get back with you with that information. And just to cover some events that are going on in the city, we want everybody to participate in our holiday walk on tomorrow. So Tuesday, the Flint Cultural Center is going to be hosting the holiday walk. It's December 2nd, as I just mentioned, at 5:15 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And it's free. It's free to the public. They're going to be doing a tree lighting ceremony and get a visit with Santa, Carlton.
Santa Claus.
Yeah. They're going to be doing caroling. I mean, we got the snow ready for today, right?
Yes, we
So
did.
it hit us last night.
Right.
So we're all ready for that. And the caroling's just going to put us in that Christmas spirit, you know. And for the ones that can't sing, hey, you know, we still want you
That's me.
to participate.
That's me.
I can do it all.
They get a chance to take the kids, you know, do hands-on arts and crafts. There's gonna be planetarium shows. Now, you know, free planetarium shows. That is cool. I want to go check
That'd be
it out.
cool. That'd be cool.
And then they got the theater. The Flint Cultural Center has a theater, and they're doing live music, refreshments. I mean, you can't beat this thing. And if you want information about that, you can call 810-237-7351. And they are definitely accepting donations. But let's make sure that we get out and support our city and the Cultural Center. And there is also another event going on this Saturday.
They've been doing a lot.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Tuesday, but for the weekend party people,
Yeah.
what's going on this weekend? Somebody tell me.
Oh yeah, we got something going on. We got a teen dance going on at the Village, located at 5345 North Saginaw Street. What the teen dance is, we're gonna allow the teens to come in and give them a place to kick their feet up a little bit, dance, party a little bit. We're gonna have a YouTube taping, and of course we've already been up at flintteens.com. YouTube, search Flint Teens. Also at flinttalkradio.com. Search videos at Flint Teens Talk. We also do a live feed from our radio show, Flint Teens Talk, where we let the teens come in and give a little feedback on what they got on their mind. You know, we're gonna let some of the more outspoken teens, I would say, come in and let us know what they're thinking.
Yeah, come on and rep your city. And the age group, this is
14 to 18.
For the teen dances.
14 to 18. We're going to start at, Carlton, we're going to start at 8 o'clock, doors open, close at 12:30.
Yes.
We're going 4.5 hours. We're not going to 3 this
Right.
time. Yeah.
Right,
It was
right,
kind of
right,
mad at us
right,
last time, so
Yeah.
we gotta go with the 12. Yeah.
We're gonna have contests also for to do the radio commercial on 93.7. Also to do the Flint Teen Talk radio show with us.
wow.
So I think yes, and also we're gonna have live footage at the dance where teens will give them an opportunity to come up and rep their high school or give a little something that's on their mind.
Yeah, and we got Great Giant gonna be our sponsors.
Oh
now.
yeah,
Great
Wow.
Giant and
Tony,
Romas.
yeah.
That's
Tony.
great.
Those
So
guys been there forever.
Yeah, we got.
And they showing a lot of
to,
support.
yeah.
They showing a lot of support.
Yes, hooray for our sponsors, Great Giant and
Oh, yeah.
Tony Romas.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
No.
local businesses that are supporting
Great Giant and Roma's.
Roma's.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Roma's
I
it-
threw that in.
It's
Yeah.
Mike and John at
Right,
Roma's.
exactly.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
Then, and then Tony at Great Giant.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we just got off the phone with like 93.7. We was talking to K-Dub.
Okay.
And when we shot at them, we was like, we gonna, the local flow.
Okay.
So what we gonna do,
What's
hopefully,
the local phone, Mike?
local flow is like the talent, they go out and perform.
It's like a contest 93
Contest.
does, right? Yeah,
A
right.
contest, and then they have like, basically they have show. I mean, we're gonna have the show basically down
Right.
there
The
because
winner-
everybody,
the
the
winner
winner
of
of the local flow.
Right.
The main thing about it, we got all this talent coming here, and they ain't showing support. So Flint teens, we're gonna do it for the first time
Okay.
and let them come down there. After they perform, they can come down and perform that day, and we're gonna have live remote with 93.7
Right.
and show some love.
Right. And we definitely need to show some love.
Yeah.
That the young people are definitely the future of America and the future for our city. So we want them to know that their talents and abilities, and especially them mastering them, are in their best interest and of everyone else. So we
Right,
definitely
correct,
want
correct.
them to know that.
Yeah, yeah.
And another very important event that we got coming up soon, we don't have an exact date for it yet, is we're going to have a college fair at the village where we're going to have some representatives from colleges come in and speak to the youth about the importance of college education, how to get in, how to apply for financial aid, and when and where they should start trying to apply.
That's awesome. I think a lot of young people, when we go through that transition, from being a young adult to an adult, it happens so fast.
Right.
And they need to know the importance of that prime time.
Right.
You don't. I mean, you definitely. Nothing's all is not lost, but you definitely want to take maximize your opportunity to the fullest. At that right time. And when you're 16, 17, 18, you're going into your future quite briskly.
Right.
Yeah, we
And
got
you look back and it's gone. So you want to
Yeah.
make sure that they understand the experience is key
Yes,
to get
definitely.
on top of that, and that's good that you guys are.
But the thing is,
doing that.
with these teens now, they got a time frame. You think about it, from 18 to 21, there's no place to go.
Right.
We got 18 to 21. We're catering to 14 to 18. Between 18 and 21, kids using 19, trying to get in clubs for 21, fake IDs. So what we doing, basically, we want the teens to, once you get out of high school, there's nowhere to go.
Right.
You got to try to do some misfit, just try to get into the place.
And we,
Right.
So,
And
you
And
know
we're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
attract those young teens in with the teen dance, but at the teen dances, we're giving them opportunities to produce their self-development.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-development.
Okay.
So we're gonna give them the self-development. So we're gonna teach them and talk to them a lot of times about how to self-develop themselves to be productive citizens, and not just the things that they might think that they're seeing. They don't have to go that route.
Right.
Yeah.
And that they can come up with their own ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, those.
Oh, yeah,
they're
we encourage
real-
that. We encourage that.
And implicate those.
And you got to think about it. Like that, between 18 and 21, you go in the club. They go in the club. They can't drink.
Right.
So the first thing the 21-year-old do is give the 18 or 19-year-old a drink.
Now he's being a bad influence.
Right. Now he's a bad influence. So the key is right now, between 14 to 20, is to keep them on positive right there. That's one thing.
That's what we
We
wanna
haven't
do.
catered to the 20-year, but right now that's like that's a hard time. People make it or break it right there.
That's why it's so
Yeah.
important that those businesses in the community that are able sponsor what we got going, because that's our future. You know what I
It
mean?
is.
Yeah.
We want to keep everything local. We want to keep those teams. We want to get those guys to college, educated, any type of, however, their secondary education. But we want them to come back to Flint or stay in Flint. We want to build Flint up.
Let me ask John something. John, what about what's the rate between people who have don't have their driver license or DUIs? I remember you had told me, you said
Yeah,
40.
there's like, I think 35 or 40% of the people in Genesee County have had some kind of contact with the courts because of DUI or driving under the influence of some driving intoxicated or impaired. status or whatever. So that's pretty high in Genesee County.
That's real high.
Yeah.
That's real high. So that's the
Too
thing.
high.
That's too high. You don't have a chance, and you get 21. You don't really have a chance no more because you done messed up before that, and that's problems the rest of your life. Because when you
Right.
get 21, now you got your driver. You don't have your driver license. You drive on suspended license first.
Right.
You got a DUI. Your insurance is sky high.
And you're compounding
You know,
problems for
So
yourself.
by the time you get 22, 23, you in the already under the 8 ball.
Shoot
You know.
yourself.
So now you're trying to get a job to support yourself or your family or whatever your
It's
position
hard.
you're, and then you can't even drive to work because you've screwed up your driver's license. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people like that.
Or you go to get a job and you get a background check done on you. They say, "What's this?"
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Even more importantly-
we want to teach them to bypass all of that. It's real easy. It's real easy. We just got to teach them that. We got to let them know how to do it.
Right.
Yeah, we can do it. I know that we can do it. Positive people, we
Right,
can do it.
right,
We can
right.
do it.
Right.
And we want to stress, that we want to play hard. And it's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun to have fun. You know
gotta
what I'm
have
saying?
fun.
You gotta enjoy life, but you also have to work hard. If you want to have anything in life, that you got to develop some ethics. Work ethic. You got to plan. You have to make some goals for yourself.
Yeah.
And and like I said, I appreciate you guys doing that, but you're doing it in such a way that the angle that you're coming at, they're going to appreciate that, that when they look back on it, it's going to be very impressionable on them. And, because sometimes kids lose sight of, a lot of times, unless someone else is in college or someone in their family has been and they kind of tell them about the things that go on, they think, I don't want to go to school for the rest of my life. Well, they have fun at college, There's a lot of fun going on in campus. You don't want to do things that are get you in trouble, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of things. There's a whole different world, So to kind of, like you said, you're gonna do that, the college fair. I think that is totally awesome. And then let them know, hey, study hard and play hard. Work hard and play hard.
And you know what? It was me and Carson. We was talking to an officer today. We're not gonna mention the name, but we had a flyer today. The flyer had a lot of teens on there, like bending over like this. But where those teens got that idea from is from the adults, from the flyers passed all around.
Right.
So they already grown. They looking at us, so they say they want to imitate.
Right.
And the officer came up to us like, well, look at these kids. Like, this is the girl I want to pick. The adults, we have to really think this is a different time. It's a different time right now. But we messed up from the beginning by putting all these flyers out all kinds. So they seeing it with they watching it. So they want to imitate this now.
Right.
And we haven't, it's going to be hard. We had our flyer just with one person on there, just a headshot. And the words, the police like this one, but then they seen the other one. They say, "I wouldn't drop my kids for all." But they ain't nothing but kids.
Right.
They ain't nothing but kids. So we got. I believe the adults, we got to stop being so hard on them and get them back to the base like we used to be in. You know what I'm saying? We got to get them back. We just got to work at it hard. And them kids not bad that was on that flyer.
Right.
Right.
A lot of them 3.5
Mis-
students.
misrepresentation,
Yeah.
Right.
misperceptions.
Yeah. Perception. It's
We talked
perception.
about that.
Yeah, perception.
We need to change the perceptions and of what
Of us too.
of ourselves first of
Yeah.
all, because like you said, we've created the template for that
Right. How can you not get it right?
situation,
You cannot-
and you can't get angry with the kids because now they're trying to imitate. But we didn't really think about when we were growing up.
Right.
How if we're going this far, then where will it go from there?
Right.
So you have to recap. We need to reposition ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to restore some values, and even if they're not getting it at home, it needs to come from somewhere, which just is going to boost their self-esteem. Because if you think, if in the back of your head you're thinking this is the only way that I'm going to get the positive attention that I need, then that's what they're going to do. I know, even, and not to be talking so much about politics, but I love politics. The new, and not to be, talking, in a racial way, but, I know my mom, I was growing up, she worked at GM, and my dad worked at my Children's Health Center for years. And, I didn't know I was in the ghetto. They kept me in so much stuff. And it probably wasn't considered that, we were middle class at that time. And my mother used to instill in me that you can be or do anything you want to do. And I always had this grandiose, perception of myself, deep down inside, that I was going to do something great. I would be great. But in the back of our minds, we always thought, civilly, because of our rights being oppressed. And I'm just speaking for me as an African American woman. I didn't really think I could do anything because the images that were being displayed to me didn't, I was being taught that, but it was like me against the world, because all of society was telling me, no, you really can't do this. And I think that's what's made the difference in this election. It's brought so much of the presidential election brought everybody together, because it's not about black and white, but it's about, being everybody feeling and knowing that within themselves that there are no limitations. So it's taking the cap, the glass ceiling off a lot, I think, at least mindset wise, to let people know that, hey, you really can do anything, and you're your own worst enemy. So, like you said, we need to do our part. It takes a village, so we're going to use the village to raise a child.
Right.
So because
on politics, I really look at it like this. On politics, I think it was a lot of the people, wealthy people, start hurting now. That's why
everybody's feeling it.
That's why they went for Obama. The wealthy started hurting, and they was like, man, 8 years, and they losing. Because think about it, if you lose a $50,000 house, this wealthy person might lose 4 or 5 summer homes.
Right.
So my little house is nothing compared to $300,000 house.
It affects everybody.
That's
so we
why
have to understand.
That's why I believe they went for, it was the right time. It was the right time.
Because it's not about, like I said, he just happened to be a person who had to grow up on kind of both sides of the fence when you think about that. But he got it, he truly cares about people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make him into some superhero, but for most of us he is. But just being biracial, can you imagine the oppression that he suffered also? And thinking that
goes deep. That's
yeah,
some deep
and
stuff
so
right there,
loving where he came from and who he was, but then being also in the skin, and being treated a different way. And so I just think he actually is able to represent all people, because we're all hurting. And like you said, GM, when one factory worker lost their job here, was it six service or customer service workers, or 6 other people lost their jobs too? Well, that hurts everybody.
GM is a domino effect.
But think about it, 75% of Broadway, I think they shut down. They closed now in Broadway, New York. So I've never been to a Broadway show up there, but the world really goes around with the wealthy. The wealthy want to create the jobs. So right now they seeing like, well, we need a president going to help us and not just really, really hurt us, So right now the wealthy, they supply all the jobs. They the 5%ers, we the 95%. We just go along. They create everything for it. So now they hurting. Right. They got to get back. We still got to help the big companies stay afloat, because we don't.
We as a nation, we didn't care if he was black, green, yellow.
Right.
We want to change.
Right.
And not just your underwear.
Right.
So, I think it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to come represent the city of Flint. We're going to definitely have as many small business owners and people who are into promotions like you guys are, and or just community organizers or community rebuilders, whatever you want to consider yourself as, on here, because we want to know the concerns of everybody. We want you to have a chance to vent, and we want you to have a chance to integrate your ideas into the things that we are doing, because it's you who we're doing it. Not just we're doing it for, but we're doing it for each other. But it's you who represent what's happening here. So definitely, that's why, like I said, Flint needs a new industry. And and it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you're if you're not healthy, you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. So that's why I'm on this health and wellness kick. And that's probably one industry that's not suffering as much. I'm sure everybody's taking a hit. But the baby boomers want to live longer. They don't want to leave here like that.
Yeah.
The baby boomers want to be healthy, they want to look younger, and they want to live longer. And what they're really guaranteed, because they were the ones who moved the mortgage industry to where it was. They blew that spot up, and they're the ones who create the magnetism to the industries. That's where the money's being spent. That's who's worked to get pensions and all this good stuff. And now they're looking to what can they do to stay healthy. And they still need to make money, because once they retire, I've seen so many people retired but still working. So you don't want to just give up, but you want to bring some opportunity. And that's why I wanted to offer my business opportunity, present it to the city, because I think it can be incorporated in every walk of life. Health and wellness is not just physical. We have economic health and wellness that, there's a really big deal for the whole country right now, especially our city. I think we need a little dose of health and wellness economically, social health and wellness. We need to think about that. We need to think about, of course, our physical health and wellness, because that really matters in how we're going to function at all to do anything. So we want to cover all the bases, make sure that we cover everyone's concerns. Again, I appreciate Carlton and Mike coming on this show with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your passion for the youth. I mean, that is definitely a gift. Because a lot of people don't, they're like, hey, they don't want to be
Right.
So we're going to be your big brother, big sister babysitters on Saturday.
That's right.
For your big kids, so you can have some time to yourself. So you got 3 or 4 hours to take a bath and not hear anybody in the house if you want.
We don't want the teens to hear that when you said baby.
Right. Sorry.
Tell the teens that they're adults. They're young adults.
You're young adults. They're definitely
not
there.
babysitters.
They texting each other right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not. Hey, but we're fun. You won't want to lock us in the closet. You're gonna have fun with us. But yeah, we want the parents to be able to, they need time to they need their own time too, and be able to feel safe with their kids, enjoying themselves and not worried about, if they're going to do something to get themselves in a dire situation. So we definitely, like I said, it takes a village to raise a child. So we're promoting the village. And the village is we're going to do the best we can to support our youth. So Carlton, if you could go over the contacts for the Flint teens and how they can reach you.
Okay. We can be reached at 810-449-5559. Flint Teens Talk Radio is what we're doing. And we're also doing the Flint Teens Teen Dance on Saturday at the Village from 9 to 12. 8 Doors opening at 8 to 12:30. That's right. That's right. We're going to have pizza. We're going to allow you guys to take pictures and everything, We're going to have some live performances, contests for next week's Flint Teens Talk radio show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, so now you're going to get a chance to display your talent in an international venue. So that's going to be awesome.
That's right.
International.
All right.
That's right. I like that. International.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go YouTube. So, and Michael, I know you've been doing promotions for a while, and you like to do concerts, and you get to meet lots of famous people and get to have a lot of fun while you're working real hard to do it.
It's fun.
You know, talk a little bit about the industry you're a part of.
Well, basically, I've been doing I was doing adults, like Lil Boosie, USDA, Jibs, Juvenile. I came Pastor Troy. We didn't do a lot of, but you know what? I get more pleasure now dealing with the teens. You know what? With the adults, when you do something promoting for the party, for the adults, it's more like an ego thing. Whoever gonna be closest to the artist. My main thing is I done started doing these promoting. My main thing, if you pay the artist, and you got the venue to make your money. Don't hang around the artist. He already got his money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things.
Enjoy the performance. Enjoy the performance.
Yeah. Your main thing is really collecting at the door and making sure everything go fine. You know.
Right.
But with the kids, you know, you get to mingle with the parents because we go right outside the door. Parents like, you gonna take care of my kid? Yeah, we're gonna take care of ma'am.
Right.
And basically trying to get them to come in here and don't sit outside like the adults. Well, we didn't start before, which I done before too. Sat outside.
They call parking lot pimping.
Yeah,
I am guilty of it.
Right. Yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop that. 'Cause right now the teens, they doing the same thing too. Me and Carlton went outside, stopped some teens from out there shooting dice. Told them come on in. And finally we got them. They was 10 deep in the car. Finally got them in. You know, it was one driver, 10 kids in there.
Right.
No, you
So they
can't
actually
park.
come and have some social fun because we want to promote healthy, social activities because I know the more we can isolate ourselves and actually become antisocial. I have been guilty of that.
Idle
And
time. What's idle time, Chuck?
Idle time is the devil's workshop.
Right. There you go. Idle time. Right. And most teens just they just sit back, be idle, and it's all kind of thoughts go to your head. Through my head too. If I sit and so you basically gotta keep them busy, keep them coming in some place to go, because no
Right.
high schools having no more dancing no more.
Okay.
So when they come to our venue, it's 10 high schools, and the main thing we were saying, rep your city, rep your school. That's dangerous in a way.
We don't want you to rep it in a way where
Right.
you think you gotta bring weapons
Or just
you
disrespecting
gotta
other schools.
Right.
no dissing. That's what we're gonna keep
Right.
it.
Have pride in your school. Don't diss. You know what I mean? Don't cause problems with other schools. Or
Yeah.
someone that's repping their school. Everybody get a chance to rep their school. That's what it's all about.
That's the healthy way to do it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Healthy competition.
Exactly.
You can do that without it becoming a conflict. Right.
Right.
Issue. No gang signs thrown in there. None of that. No.
Right.
Yeah.
None of that.
You just be the best school you can be. You
That's
rep
right.
yourself the best way you can rep yourself, and let the others fall where they may. You know.
Right,
So you don't have to.
Yes.
So we want to encourage that. The self focus, like we were talking about, self development,
Self-development.
self focus, and so that we can make sure that we're where we want to be, and go from there. I think that would be that makes sense. But you kind of got out.
You threw me off.
I threw you.
Right.
What I was thinking though, Carlson, I was talking to me and Carlson. We've been thinking of a name, but my old stuff, I just do stuff with teens. Was it's kind of soft name. I heard people say it before, but I like it with the kids. It's called Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks
Okay.
Production.
Yeah, right.
It's soft, but you know what? We gotta put that in their head. Don't make it hardcore records throwing this. That's
Right.
already put some in their head already. So we came up with name Tiddlywinks. It's soft. Even the parents like, man, that's kind of soft. I'm like,
Well, they might
yeah.
think and I don't want to say something to be offensive to anybody, but think about Puffy. That's soft. That sounds.
Well, he went to Puff Daddy. After
But he
that.
was P Diddy.
I know, but
Right.
he got rid.
Did he?
He got rid of.
Tiddly. I mean,
No,
hey,
but
it
you
kind of
know-
right.
but he's linked to he was linked to a lot of stuff before. You know what I'm saying? When he came on Puff Daddy, big. They was
Probably Puff the Magic Dragon or something.
yeah. That was a whole different thing with
Right,
them.
right, right.
They was a little different. But you know what? We're gonna stay. Eventually, hoping me and Carlton, we're gonna be dealing with the smaller kids. The smaller
Right,
ones from 8 to 12, and if we can get it so all the kids can come in there and then not bring their little sister in there and have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? So they raising them instead of us raising the teens. You know what I'm saying? They can raise the littles and bring them on in.
And they can have fun too. That sounds great.
Once we get it wrong, we're gonna work on it. But right now, we just focus on the teens. But eventually, they can bring their little
The
sister.
soon to be adults, right?
They can bring their little sister in. Come on, and watch
I've got
them.
some ideas for that. Actually, I know where we can get some entertainment for the kids, like laser light shows.
We're always
and
open. Always open for that.
all that good stuff. So that would be really fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as after this weekend, what do the kids need to be prepared for Saturday at 8:00? What do they need to know? Like when what are the main things they need to know? Is there admission? We need to, so the parents can be prepared. They, they're not the last minute or at the door, unprepared. So.
Guys, what do you think about? We was thinking about we opened the doors at 8, and we got a $5 cover till 10:30.
Okay.
After 10:30, we're gonna go up to about $8.
That's right.
$8.
Okay.
So they got
We're keeping the prices low all the way around. You know what I mean? They're teens. They don't have a lot of money, but
cheaper than the movies.
Exactly. Cheaper than the movies. A lot cheaper than the other teen things that's going on.
Yeah, right.
Where bad things are happening. I don't want to bad talk any spots or anything, but we're gonna keep it clean. We're gonna make sure that they got a place to come, dance, party, do a few little contests, enjoy some performances, and also, like I said, get some exposure for themselves on the YouTube. Teens love seeing themselves.
Yes.
And they might people can see them in it. They
Get
might
discovered or
want,
something.
Right. You never know. You never know where this could lead to.
Right, yeah, because like Soulja Boy with 50 million hits.
That's where he started at.
Yeah, YouTube.
And even the young guy, the other guy that, the beautiful girl, he put his song on you. Was that YouTube?
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I think he's ended up selling 1 million.
Oh, I know you
copies.
talking about.
And I'm pretty sure there's plenty more that we don't even know about.
So I actually have a production company of my own I've set up for this year.
Okay.
And that's Sha La La Productions and Promotions. I had a chance I'm getting my feet wet here in the promotion. I've set up venues before, but I've not really had an opportunity to work with a lot of, just recently I was able to work with some local artists and they were awesome. And really people are hungry for a safe venue. They just want to be able to get themselves some exposure. And because I think in order to master that craft, they're going to have to be able to have, exercise that. And they just need somewhere to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So, hey, if anybody has any ideas on those type of venues, and like you said, we want to make it so the whole family can come, or if you don't want your kids there at that time, you want to do like a comedy show, but just like you said, good, clean fun, something that you won't, you have to go get your kid. Hey, you're coming home. You're gonna go in, So we want to make sure that we cover everybody. But like I said, Sha La La Productions and Promotions. We're always looking for new talent, and especially local talent. And we'll be accepting new venues, and we'll be looking for new venues for them to perform in. So
sounds great.
Yeah, so we can get that all incorporated. So I'm not sure how much longer we have to.
You're at a little bit over 43 minutes right now.
Okay.
So you got some time.
Cool. We can talk. Is there something that you guys want to talk about of a personal interest? I know we've talked about the community, and we talked about.
I got something to talk about.
Oh,
I'm still
right.
kind of a little angry about it. I'm trying to keep. You know what? Back to the politics about the big corporate accounts taking over. They take it over everything. The small businesses fall. This stuff happens in Flint too. Mm-hmm. It's big corporate accounts in Flint that really knocks off the small businesses. Mm-hmm. And like I had like a janitorial service. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm still operating though, but every time like I went in for like a big account, Kersley School, for instance, let's say $600,000 a year, Hurley Fitness Center, it's a lot of places that, you're putting in $20,000, $30,000 bids. But the one thing about in Flint, they got big janitorial services around here that it's hard for the smaller one to get in because they say you don't have no experience taking on a big account like that. But my question was, I got the bid in right, bids right, everything's cool. Why they won't give you a chance? Because you don't have no experience. But I said, well, how can I get experience if I don't get the account?
Right.
So my thing is, I was like, taking all these small accounts, maybe $3,000 or $4,000 a month. This one, you running back and forth. Gas was $4. You driving way out here in Wasso, Lapeer, and the gas was eating up. But when you get one big account, you can focus on one. Bam, you ain't got to drive.
Right.
And stay right there. And so the stuff happens. It might not be like big GM, but it's big accounts around here that they really monopolize around here. And that's I don't know if you can get mad at the one who make the decision, who give you an account, or they go on your track record, but that's the things. I hope some businesses start giving these smaller businesses a chance.
Unspoken rule. It's an unspoken rule. You gotta, if all the big business eats up all the little businesses, who's gonna have the other jobs to buy anything or pay for anything? So we have to make sure that we're thinking, like you said, we're thinking out loud right now, but you gotta make sure that you don't take advantage of the small business owners because, hey, I'm sure, everybody had some type of humble beginning, and we do not want to discredit those humble beginnings because you have to start somewhere.
Yeah. We gotta patronize the small businesses.
And then getting back, I'm still on a little.
Your little venting.
It's coming back now.
Venting.
But then I went to a couple places, another big companies. I was like, well, you know what? Can y'all go in with me on this, on the account? Help me out since I can't venture on. I got one big account, Office Max, all over the state, but I couldn't go way up to UP. They was up there already. It was like, well, why don't you give us the account? And you work for me. I'm like, well,
no.
So
it's kind of defeating the purpose.
That's taking away the 5 hours of 5%. They trying to put me on the 95% to work,
right?
And 85%. So right. I'm like, I done been in a couple situations. I'm sitting there like, I can't actually believe I'm bringing it to you. I said, I just need some help up there. You can have. No, we'll take it over.
No.
What?
Yeah,
You're
and
not
that's
taking this over. So it's best for me. I was like, I didn't give him no contact number.
Big bank, take a little bank.
Yeah,
right.
It is, man. So it's kind of tough out here on the smaller ones. And the economy was so much, especially on like service accounts when you got to drive out. Like janitorial, when you actually got to go to these accounts that hurt a lot of the small business. They have to really back down. The big ones can stay there.
Now, what I wanted to bring up is small businesses. You get as a home business owner or a small business owner, or starting your own business. There are a lot of tax breaks people do not have any idea
especially
that are available
Flint,
to them.
Especially in our area.
Yes. We need to become, and I don't want to say more competent, but we need to get the information. And, we want to make sure that we're doing everything within the guidelines, that are set. But we want to make sure that we do everything that we can to get the things that were given to us by right, so that we can propel to the next level. But like you said, if all your expenditures are going on an overhead, you're kind of burying yourself, and you don't, and it's discouraging. So you want to make sure that all the resources that are available to you that you utilize. And one would be there are things set up for small businesses as far as, because this is the season that's coming up now. We know that January, usually 13th or 14th, people can start filing their taxes. And, for those who are in, and a lot of us are in that position, the small business or the lower income wage earners either try to get returns or get some type of break, especially if they have dependents that they're taking care of all year. But there's a ton of things, like I said, that are available to us in that for resource. So that, I think that's something to bring on the show.
You gotta do
make
my
us
taxes,
financially.
right?
Yes, I also have
Yeah,
a tax preparation service.
Yeah.
I don't put that out there.
She do my
Earth
taxes
Angels,
The
and
I-
I'm looking for a building right now. Earth Angels Tax Preparation Services and Business Consultation. Now I have had that for about 10 years, and I usually work out of my home office, so I've never had an outside office for my home office, but I'm definitely looking for one. Really inexpensive, something low overhead because it's a seasonal thing for me, but the business consultation I could do. I think all year, but you were saying, Carlton?
The IRS has a publication 17, very important. It's very, very valuable. It gives a lot of information about tax exempt things and tax breaks and what you can file and just get tax breaks. I opened it up and I was amazed at some of the things that you can do to lower your tax liability.
Right. I think one of the things is, your home business or your own business, not necessarily a home business, but your own business. There's like $7,500 a year. You correct me if I'm wrong. Available for business owners who have children that are doing chores for the business. Because we can work, but we don't want to work them like Hebrew slaves.
That's why I made mine.
You said, listen at you.
Yeah, I did.
So you needed Santa's little helper there. So yeah, all those things are important. They're very important, and we need to, so that we can get some leverage. And we know the employee quadrant's not set up to build wealth. Like you said, the 95 percenters. We're all just kind of, trying to make it from paycheck to paycheck. What I want to do is get in the mindsets of everyone, passive residual income. Entertainers understand that. Entertainers understand. And because you guys are in the promotion business, royalties. You do something one time and you get paid for it over and over and over again. And that's what the opportunity that I was presenting to you offers. Michael Jackson, look at him. Thriller. I mean, do we ever get tired of Thriller? I had to throw him in there. But, he's getting paid for that. I mean, he's all over the world with it. Carlton, he's coming out with it into character and right in front of the camera. But yeah, these are things that we need to think about. We don't have forever to try to, make some money and be healthy and enjoy our life. If we're working all the time and, we don't have time to enjoy our life. So we want to change our lifestyles, not just, and so that's what this is all about. And we are representing the city of Flint with Miss Independence, Top Talk. Top Talk of the City. We are definitely inviting anyone and everyone to call in with questions, comments, or ideas, show ideas. And you can always call in live during the show's recording at 810-471. Is it 5252?
Oh, you want to give them our number? It's the number for our phone here is area code 810-208-1854.
Okay, during the show.
Yeah, during the show. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right because we just decided to change that over from the one you see on the website. So.
Okay, great. Anytime we're taping, you're definitely welcome to call in. We'll have it set up where there's an opportunity for people to call in and, whatever topic we're talking about, that they'll get a chance to ask questions or integrate their ideas. And like I said, we want guests who are interested in community repositioning.
Right.
So we've got it all here already. There's so many talented people here. There's so many hard workers, so many people who are hungry for education and for change and to make a difference. And I think we're kind of being looked over because we haven't had the opportunity to, do what we need to do. So we want to create new opportunities.
Showcase that talent.
Yes, new jobs. We want to bring business back to Flint. Like you said, we want to rebuild. What was that you were saying? We're not trying to take everything. You don't want to glean the city and take all the good stuff out.
Right.
We want
We want to hear.
Yeah, we want it here.
Yeah.
This is home, and I want to make sure, even if you go out and, you scan the world and you get a chance to see that, you bring something back.
Right.
You bring something back, and it's a melting pot. This city, I remember we had so much fun as I was growing up. I mean, I had a good childhood in Flint, Jim, you did have it going on for a while. We were GM babies, and it was good while it lasted. We don't want to put all our eggs in one basket again.
Right into the wheels fall off.
And the wheels look like they're falling off for Jim, but Jim, we still love you. We're sitting here with a broken, bleeding heart, but Michael Moore told us what was going to happen. We already knew. We had the prophecy right there, but we just needed to, like I said, we need to refocus, and we definitely are the city that GM started the car industry in. So they can't take it away from us. I don't care how much they try to take from us. We still have our dignity.
They have taken it.
They've tried to.
They have taken it. We're in Mexico, $8 an hour. You go over there and work.
But now they're at the door of the White House looking for us to bail them out.
I don't want to bail
And that's
them
the
out.
taxpayers' money.
I don't want to bail them
That's
out.
it. Well, we're still angry, but Jim, look, if you don't let us build the cars, how are we going to have the money to buy them? So we need you need us as much as we needed you. So hey,
Lucky my mom ain't down here.
my whole family migrated here
my mama don't like Jerome.
for those businesses. So, but anyway, we love the city of Flint, and we are representing here today. We want a change in every area of our lives in this
I got
city.
somebody want to sit in here your next show.
All right.
I got somebody. 30 years in GM.
Don't forget,
Yeah.
opportunity knocks 646-519-5860, 11 p.m. Make sure you enter in the 0558 pound.